it's like obviously like do it yourself, but it's also very self-sustaining, which I like. It's you stand on your own legs as an artist, and you can also you have a lot of freedom, which I really like about DIY.
It's an attitude. It's a spirit. It's not relying on other people to do things for you. It's basically just anti-laziness, I guess is the most prevalent thing about DIY. That's the most meaningful part of it to me. It's not sacrificing creativity for money. It's not doing anything for monetary reasons. It's purely getting out there and doing something for creative reasons, putting work into it, putting work into the things that you love, and seeing them happen in the best way possible.
You really want music to be a part of your life, and you realize there doesn't have to be a gap between like you and the music you're listening to. It's a big thing, It can actually be a part of your life. I think that's kind of like DIY. My senses,
It's a way of life. It's a work ethic. If you're not out there doing it for yourself, or no one's gonna go out there and do anything for you, so you got to go out there and do it yourself. Be it having a good time or any other like achievements or going out for your goals. Like no one's just gonna like hand them to you. You got to go out and do it yourself.
Get out there and make it happen yourself, and usually that's by really humble means, but it can be as simple as, hosting a show in your basement, getting your friends to come over, helping out a touring band, or, it can mean like, as a band, you don't need to wait around for someone else to present you these opportunities, because there's people out there who, you can get in direct contact with, who will help you out, and I've seen it happen for years now. You can get out there, get in the band, and do a tour yourself, and you can go all across this country and not wait for anyone else to sign you a deal or throw that kind of thing in your lap. You just make it happen.
Anyone that really understands the DIY movement understands that it also includes like reaching out to your neighbors and doing things together, like as opposed to like paying someone to do something. You trade services. Someone's really good at art, so they do your album art, and you're really good at recording, so you record their band, or just anything like that. I mean, doing it yourself, you have to do it together. I guess there's some people that have taken the DIY movement and made it more of a fashion statement than anything. So it's like, it's cool to say that you're DIY, but it's all about being humble and helping everyone out and doing things for the right reasons, not being selfish.
Well, DIT is something that came out of the whole DIY idea. DIT obviously means do it together. And in essence, DIY isn't doing anything alone by any means, because it's always been a community idea. But the concept of DIT is bringing that community more to the forefront and getting all these people who might be operating with these DIY ethics together to communicate, to make things better all around, to encourage everyone cooperating and working together.
Shows and promote local bands, local music, people from not only in your state but around the general area where you're from, like for us the Midwest. DIT, man, you gotta get out there, you gotta network, you gotta get phone numbers, you gotta get names, you gotta get bands, you gotta get fans, you gotta get everyone's attention, because we're trying to basically, I don't know, promote free shows or just like helping bands out, helping friends out, trying to make something bigger, within the community, building it up from the ground.
I've made, just by playing this band, I've just made so many friends that I wouldn't think, people in different states and stuff, that I just I don't know, it wouldn't happen unless I just played in a band and like tried to seek out DIY venues and play shows at places that people were down to just book anywhere.
God, basements are literally so much better. Like, comparing, let's say, just a basement to an open mic. Open mic, like, nobody gives a shit. They're just there to fucking drink, and they're not there for you, but for basement shows, you're part of something, which is immeasurable.
A basement show is kind of the essence of DIY, of playing in a band of that nature.
Well, I can start off by saying, like, bar shows suck, but we just drove, Ackley Kid just drove and played in Lansing last night. It was actually, like, super fun, it was, my friends that grew up, played music, it was a good time. Like, the bar was actually really cool as opposed to, like, people like, yeah, play the bar, this sucks, so you gotta follow rules, be an asshole. It wasn't like that. But, I mean, totally, dude, like, you can't compete with, like, especially a basement. It's just a very, very intimate feeling. And, I don't know. That is it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like snobby or like egotistical or anything of that nature, but it's not like a selfless thing. I'm not trying to say it's like that, but like when you put on like a house show, you're just doing that for one reason. Everybody gets together and gets to appreciate music. Like there's no more honest way to do it than that. And basements are just gnarly. They just look gnarly.
Basements and living rooms and house shows can be very, very intimate and a lot of fun. It can be such a great feeling, like a real feeling of freedom and comfortableness being in a house.
For me, the reason why house shows make it so great is it's usually it's on a donation basis. So you throw in what you want to throw in. Whatever you throw in is helping somebody out, and if you can, that's okay. And you're there with it's all age. You're there with a whole bunch of different age groups, just mingling together, sharing ideas, having a good time, drinking, and listening to music, just coming together, and saying, hey, we don't need, we really don't need to make that much money, to have our friends come in from out of state or out of town and come play a show. As long as we can give them some gas money to get home, that's great. So, and I feel that with house shows, it's more of a, I think it brings more of the community out. Because necessarily people who say come to my house shows at my house, I know not most of them, I know a good majority of them on one night's not gonna the band styles that we're having that night. So but they still come out, they still mingle, they still get out, they still try to experience new things, and that's awesome. With a bar, you just have to pay to do that, anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20, upwards a show. So yeah. And to tie in again with the more the community feeling, it's just you're there, you feel like you're a part of something. You're there with all your friends surrounding you, arms over arms, or just dancing, just singing the songs that your friends are playing to you. There's nothing like that. There's no feeling better yet. You just connected with everyone at that precise moment. You just forget about everything else, and it's just the words, or the beat with rhythm, or whatever.
One of the things I really enjoy doing is, is trying to set up a band as much as I can, help them wise, especially when I really like the band or we played with them, in their town or in any other town, just do unto others as you, as stupid as that is, it's so true. I mean, it's kind of what we live by, bands come through, I just want them to stay at our house, try to cook them some food, try to give them a good show, promote it as best as we can, give them beer, give them weed, give them whatever, whatever they need to get by. Because when that band Caravel stayed at our house in Las Vegas, we had this box of ramen, and I was like, yeah, you guys can have whatever, just take it, and it was gone by the time. And I didn't give a shit, It's just what it's there for. It's just that's such a simple thing, and even just a simple thing as someone sleeping on your carpet, someone that's on the road and that's just playing shows every night, that's the best thing you can do. Because we've had it where that's not the case, where nobody will give you a place to stay, and all you got to do is just drive through the night to the next spot.
It's definitely a very warm place in Kalamazoo. People are incredibly friendly. I've been involved in this for about 5 years now, and it's definitely long enough to see a lot of things develop. See a lot more places pop up that want to do shows, especially for the kind of music that I'm into. See a lot of the same people come in to all kinds of shows. I have been for years, and people are really great about appreciating a diverse array of music.
Like at our shows, it's like a huge difference in variety of music. Like we have like a metal band or like a power violence band, and then we'll have like an emo band, a pop punk band, a solo artist, like folk. Like it's just so awesome. Everyone's there helping each other out, setting up shows for them, setting up shows for your buddy. Like just trying to help each other, get bigger, self-promote, like by helping promote each other.
I love Kalamazoo and the fact that the student ghetto is really unique. Like I've been to other campuses, I've been to State, I've been to U of M, obviously, I've been to Eastern, whatever. There are no other student ghettos. There are no other anthills. There are no other fat guy houses. There's no other mill houses. There's no other victory houses. It's unique, which I love, and it's a great scene. It's a great scene of people. You can't find them anywhere else.
Anyone that doesn't know anything about shows or is in a band and wants to get involved, wants to play shows, or wants to help set up shows, friends with bands out of town that want shows. I mean, there's tons of people you can talk to and get involved and be a part of a really, truly loving community.
Things are happening right here, you know what I mean? Like right next door to you, right in the city. Things that you can be a part of, you know what I mean? We're all just like people doing our thing. We just happen to be in the same place together.